The zombies are coming.
This is part 2 of the Only Mushroom Challenge, and the secret to beating all of these swimming pool levels in the backyard is, of course, the Gloom Shroom. He can hit up to 3 lanes at once, so he's gonna be the MVP for this in like the next 10 levels and so on. First of all, he just does a lot of damage and he's really good, but when you're doing mushrooms only, he's the strat. And I'm not gonna be using lily pads because obviously they're not mushrooms or anything, so yeah. This level kept beating me because of the stupid football zombies, so I knew I needed to better myself, get something that will help me that's not cheating by, I don't know, maybe getting a 9th seed slot because I'm poor and I can only bring 5 mushrooms with me and there's 10 mushrooms. So that's exactly what I did. I went to the shop, figured out that I'm extremely poor, and I did some off-camera grinding for that 9th seed slot. After getting the 9th seed slot, I decided to bring in the which will take away the football zombies' helmets, so they'll be extremely easier to kill. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as I brought in the Magnus Shroom, I ended up winning. And yeah, we really had no other problems. We just had an amazing setup. These next levels are agonizing because of the new zombie, the diver zombie. And basically, he goes underwater and you can't shoot him unless he comes up to attack something. Now the problem with this zombie is, since I'm only using sea shrooms the entire time, and sea shrooms has such low health, and I can't use walnuts or lily pads to distract or anything, he comes up and immediately eats it and then goes back down. And the worst part is, my gloom shrooms have a reaction time of a goldfish. The diver will come up, fully eat my sea shroom, takes 3 seconds to eat it, and then the gloom shroom will start shooting. Brother, he went back down already. The thing that worked for me, well, I had to get the 10th seed slot, okay. But the 10th seed slot is $80,000. And if you know how hard that is to get in this game, I spent 4 hours getting the remaining $70,000 I needed just so I could do this challenge. Now, the strategy that I had was to freeze the diver zombies as they came up, but obviously that didn't work. But it was just because of how I was doing it. I eventually landed on a strategy where I just placed the ice shroom down. Since I actually had to wake it up, I just placed it down every time it came off a cooldown, so I had some on spare, so all I had to do was put the coffee bean on it, and yeah, that ended up working to beat this level. The next level was extremely easy. I had no problems there. It was basically the same thing as last time, but just with bucket heads, so yeah. The next level was conveyor belt level, and it does have mushrooms in it, so... And
for some reason the zombies were extremely small, so yeah.
The next level introduces the Zomboni, and basically he just paves ice down the track and he also crushes your zombies. After the Zomboni paves the whole backyard with ice, a bobsled zombie team rolls in, but they're not that hard to deal with at all. They're just regular zombies after they get out, and yeah, this level is pretty easy. This level was extremely difficult just because there was Zombonis and divers, which means I had to deal with them, use the ice shrooms, freeze them every time, but then I had to deal with the Zombonis. The Zombonis are so difficult to deal with when you're using only mushrooms, because scary shrooms do almost no damage to them, so you need to kill them with the gloom shrooms, right? But the gloom shrooms are short range, and if they're in the same lane as your gloom shrooms, your gloom shroom is cooked. But I ended up getting the hang of it after the first few levels, but it was probably entirely RNG based on me beating it, so yeah. The next level introduces the Dolphin Rider zombie, which basically he's just a pole vaulter in water. So this level to this zombie's introduction was extremely easy to beat. He does get very annoying to deal with in later levels, especially because the sea shroom's cooldown is so long compared to the regular shrooms on land, but he's easy to defeat by himself. Which next level, he wasn't by himself, so he was really annoying to deal with. But I ended up beating this level on the first try because it was just the Dolphin Riders, Bucketheads, and Zombonis. But it was really annoying when the Dolphin Rider would come down. My sea shrooms was on cooldown and he jumps over the first sea shroom, right? But then I'm like, my gloom shroom can take care of him. And then the gloom shroom, since I already learned bro has a reaction time of a goldfish, he didn't do anything. So my lawnmower got taken out. One of them did because of bro's slow reaction time. But yeah, beat it first try. Kind of easy to deal with, but a little annoying. Level 10, the last level of the daylight pool, is of course a conveyor belt level, and it's basically just 3 Peters and you get tall nuts and torchwoods. But this level was really easy. It was really fun to play. You know, I love playing with any other plant other than mushrooms every once in a while. But yeah, also if you didn't know, Zombonis are extremely easy to deal with, and all you have to do is bring the spikeweed. But since I'm doing mushroom only, they easily became like one of the hardest things to deal with in the entire game for me. But all they do is just run over the spikeweed, and then they just completely blow up. So after this conveyor belt level, we go to the nighttime of the pool section, which it adds a really cool feature where a bunch of fog comes in and you can't see but like half of the backyard. Now, in thought, that is pretty cool, but when you're doing a challenge or honestly even playing the game, you kind of start to hate it, you know, like a lot. But that's pretty cool. But then the first zombie that comes up is the Jack-in-the-Box zombie, which basically he just, you guessed it, explodes. But I don't think it exploded on any of my plants like this entire level, so it was pretty easy, and luckily there was no divers or anything, so this was just a really easy first level overall. Of course, they had to bring back my favorite zombie, the football zombie, but since we have 10 seed slots now, and Crazy Dave already gave us the sea shroom and the magnet shroom, we just go in and defeat this level first try with the magnet shroom, and it was pretty easy. And the cool thing about the fog is that you can plant plants in the fog where you can't even see. So at the end of the level, when all the zombies came in and bunched up, I literally just placed a doom shroom down and it took out most of the zombies that I couldn't even see. And you'll see in a few seconds that the doom shroom is gonna be one of the most important plants for this challenge. The next level introduces the balloon zombie, and he literally just floats over every single one of your plants. Like, the game wanted you to use the cactus plant because he's one of the plants, I'm pretty sure he's the only plant that can actually pop the balloon and make him just go to a regular zombie. But, you know, since I'm doing mushroom only, I can't. So the only mushroom that can even affect the balloon zombie is the doom shroom. And the doom shroom's cooldown is so high that it's extremely hard to hit every single one of these balloon zombies, even if you sacrifice most of your lawnmowers to them. So I just really hope there's no more of them in the next level. So not only did they give me the balloon zombie to face off again, they made it where 2 times as much balloon zombies come, and they gave me the Dolphin Rider zombies, which aren't really that bad, but considering that I have to deal with all these balloon zombies is terrible. I can't count how many times I went and killed a balloon zombie with a doom shroom, and then immediately after that, another wave of balloon zombies came. Like, genuinely, what am I supposed to do with that? At least with the sun time levels, this is the only reason I liked the sun time levels is that when I use the ice shroom to freeze the divers, I could put like 4 ice shrooms down at once. Since I had to use the coffee bean to actually use them, I could just place all of them down and just wait to use them. Like here, I have to wait to use the doom shroom, and as soon as I use it, it goes on cooldown. So I have to be extremely strategic with all of my doom shrooms. And I tried this like 3 or 4 times and I didn't win one. I don't even think I got to the last flag. But yeah, this level is extremely hard. And I was thinking about getting the imitator plant to make it where I can get 2 doom shrooms, but I don't know if that would be counting as cheating. Comment below if y'all want to see me use the imitator or keep trying this. I don't know. Or let me know any ideas that I can try to defeat this level. But this level is actually impossible to me right now, and I don't know what else I could do to the sheer amount of balloon zombies they give to me, and only like 1 mushroom can actually deal with them. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this part, and I will be uploading a finale of this series soon.